Kennewick police make an arrest in a kidnapping case. How a doorbell camera assisted in the investigation. And Children's Village in Yakima needs your help to continue providing services to children with special health care needs.
And folks, warmer temperatures greet us as we start our week, but rain to snow is expected today. I'll get you prepared.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Jason Valentine in for Brianna Berman Solo. Good Monday, Jill.
Good Monday morning to you, Jason.
I love starting the work week, and again, the warmer temperatures came in yesterday.
Yes.
So
Felt
it's
nice.
Not as cold, but oddly enough, we're going to have a little bit of snow to rain snow mix today, a little of everything. Let's take a look outside. Beautiful Monday morning, everyone. Quite a bit of cloud coverage above us. We do have some shower activity kind of around our areas, but we don't expect it to hit until, looks like we're going to hit in the late evening, or excuse me, late morning hours. So here's a little bit of a cell, but most of it is behind it. And again, late morning to early afternoon, we expect snow to rain snow in the Yakima region. And then in the mid-Columbia and the Blue Mountain region, we expect rain snow mix to rain. So just a little bit of everything today. We're kind of going through some fits and starts before we kind of settle down as we get into tomorrow. So highs, we're going to be looking at the upper 30s, still a little bit cooler in the Yakima Valley than the rest of our areas. For the Tri-Cities, we are in the mid 40s, and for the lovely Walla Walla region, we are in the mid 40s as well. So all of our areas are going to start to slowly warm up. We're still going to be below our average for this time of year, but still warmer than it was last week. I'll have much more in my forecast coming up, but let's send it back to Jill.
An arrest in an abduction investigation in Kennewick. Kennewick police say Friday morning a 24-year-old man forcibly took a 19-year-old woman from her Kennewick home. Officers say the 24-year-old and the 19-year-old woman had previously dated. Early Friday afternoon, detectives located the suspect on West Kennewick Avenue.
Our patrol officers and our detectives got on the investigation right away, and they were able to confirm the initial information that she was kidnapped with the Ring doorbell that's attached to her house. So it showed both the suspect, Johnny Cochran, forcing his way into her house and then removing her from the house and taking her away.
Detectives have spoken with the victim. The suspect was booked into Benton County Jail for burglary, kidnapping, and aggravated assault. Friday morning, law enforcement officers arrested a 13-year-old accused of lying about a shooting and a bomb threat at Housel Middle School in Prosser. The Benton County Sheriff's Office says the same child is accused of making 3 separate calls in 2 days. The city of Prosser says a caller Thursday claimed they had seen a bomb threat online, and then Friday morning they got a call claiming that there was an active shooter at the school. Investigators say neither of those reports turned out to be true. The Benton County Sheriff's Office says they expect the teen to be charged for each of the 3 calls. The results of the February special election have officially been certified. The election in our area focused on bond and levy proposals, which help fund local school districts. School levies only need a simple majority, more than 50% of the vote, in order to pass. All levies passed in Benton, Franklin, and Yakima counties, but bonds require a certain percentage of voters to return their ballots and 60% approval, resulting in a failure in Mabton, while the Pasco School District bond just barely passed at 60.91%. There's a critical shortage of services for kids with special health care needs in the Yakima Valley, and Children's Village is struggling to keep up with the demand. As of last Tuesday, they had 711 kids on the wait list for physical, occupational, or physical therapy, plus more than 100 other kids waiting on medical services. They're working to increase their capacity with an expansion, and the Memorial Foundation is $4.3 million short of their $15 million goal to help them. And the hospital's family birthplace make needed changes.
This is a place where children and families can thrive, and that's really special to have that right here in our community. And the only way we have that is because we have the community as a part of us and a part of our village.
Donations can be made online at champscampaign.org, and all of it will go to support children who see the world a little differently. Children's Village supports kids with special health needs, but now one of those kids, 10-year-old Lily Baker, is making a big impact. Lily's mom tells us she's a bright, kind young girl who loves singing, dancing, and animals. and being a backseat driver. She says she wasn't expecting a diagnosis of Down syndrome when Lily was born, but the network of support at Children's Village has helped her to support Lily in all that she does.
Everybody's different. The world wasn't made for Lily, but the world wasn't made for any of us really, and we adapt, and Children's Village helps Lily adapt and do the things that she needs to do.
Coming up later on Good Morning Northwest, we'll tell you why Lily's story is about to be shared on a national level and the impact her family is hoping it will have for kids like her. Leadership Tri-Cities is an educational program to examine issues around the region that teams up with local organizations for its annual class project. This year, the class is partnering with the Domestic Violence Services of Benton and Franklin counties to open up a new thrift store to help support their mission. It's going to be located right next door to their services in Kennewick to help local domestic violence survivors.
What is something that 10 years from now we can go, hey, we did that? And having a thrift store was very appealing because this is something that we can help set up. Domestic Violence Services had already had the idea, they already had the space, they just needed some help to sort of light the fire and get it going.
We'll have more about this project, including the potential opening date, as well as some upcoming fundraisers that benefit the Domestic Violence Services. We have new information about the house where 4 University of Idaho students were violently killed last November. The house has been fenced off and under guard since then. The University of Idaho says the property owner gave the house to the university, and university officials are planning to tear it down. They haven't decided yet what to do with the property after that. The University of Idaho president says they're evaluating options and students might be involved in the decision. We'll return in just a moment, but first, Jason Valentine joins us live now for another quick look at weather.
Pretty darn calm start to our morning, but we do have snow to rain, snow mix to rain on the way today. I'll get you prepared for your work week ahead. My forecast that's coming right up.
And the government is considering placing some new restrictions on telehealth prescriptions in an attempt to fight against opioid addiction. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
Click-It RV Tri-City Superstore has gone mad with huge discounts on a huge selection of top brand RVs, which means the lowest prices, factory incentives, and rebates.
You guys gotta beat the spring rush and get in here now.
Shop online and find the floor plan you like, then build it, price it, and click it.
Or come to the Pasco Autoplex.
From travel trailers to fifth wheels, toy haulers to motorhomes, the huge indoor-outdoor RV show is here. Get a better RV and the lowest price guarantee.
Only at Click-It RV Tri-Cities or ClickItRV.com.
Be a winner like me and get the Click-It RV.
When cartels unite, the rookies team up.
Got your back, boss.
For a riveting crossover event.
We've been given a shot of adrenaline from LAPD.
FBI!
What is this, Simone? A rookie crossover event, Tuesday starting at 8/7 Central on ABC.
Your roof protects your home and family every day. Shouldn't it be the best roof possible? With Air Roofing, a family-owned business in Prosser, you'll see why our customer reviews speak for themselves. No job too small, big enough to take care of your roofing needs. Air Roofing, a company built on quality and reputation.
I really started looking around thinking, there must be a ton of chefs doing things, and although we have a lot of great restaurants here in town, I thought that there was a space for maybe one more person with a chefing background, We're working with a buddy of mine, Adam, that has Columbia Basin beef, and we're using Holstein animals that are being raised right here in Sunnyside. And what we do is we take a certain amount of those animals and we feed them a little more generously to get what we call chef-grazed beef. So it's a little higher quality. You see a lot more marbling, what you would see in like a prime quality or prime plus beef. And we have that all processed out at a USDA certified plant so that I was able to work with all the butchers, get everything cut and processed exactly the way I want. So we're just now starting. This is the infancy. These are actually the first, coming from the first 5 animals that we've worked with. So we're pretty happy so far, and we'll continue to keep them well fed and keep fattening up to where we get exactly how we want it. we do what we call Cigars Under the Stars. So every month, every first Thursday, we have a collection of people that just keeps growing, and the whole outside is turned into basically a big outdoor cigar and whiskey lounge.
Click It RV Tri-City Superstore has gone mad with huge discounts on a huge selection of top brand RVs, which means the lowest prices, factory incentives, and rebates.
You guys gotta beat the spring rush and get in here now.
Shop online and find the floor plan you like, then build it, price it, and click it.
Or come to the Pasco Autoplex.
From travel trailers to fifth wheels, toy haulers to motorhomes, the huge indoor-outdoor RV show is here. Get a better RV and the lowest price guarantee.
Only at Click It RV Tri-Cities or ClickItRV.com.
Be a winner like me and get the Click It RV.
Portion of Cap KV sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
The government wants to put new limits on some telehealth prescriptions. The Drug Enforcement Agency has proposed new rules to require patients to have an in-person medical evaluation before being prescribed most prescription medications by their doctors. Patients would still be able to get less addictive medications like antibiotics or birth control prescribed to them by their doctors via telehealth. Prescriptions for other drugs to help with pain or sleep, for example, could also be prescribed via telehealth, but a patient would need an in-person evaluation before getting a refill. One DEA official says the agency wants to expand telemedicine, but with guardrails that prevent the online overprescribing of controlled medications that can cause harm. The U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention is warning people about the rising threat of a drug-resistant bacteria. CDC officials say the bacteria is called Shigella, and infections from it can cause a fever, abdominal cramping, and other serious stomach problems. While typically shigellosis affects young children, the CDC says it has started to see more infections in adult populations. Those populations include men who have sex with men, people experiencing homelessness, international travelers, and people living with HIV. The CDC says there are limited treatments available for these particular drug-resistant strains. Coming up, severe weather hit all corners of the United States over the weekend, bringing rain, snow, hail, and tornadoes, and leaving thousands stranded and without power. And Jason Valentine returns with a look at your First Alert forecast.
Does your property look like this? With 24/7 emergency service, First Choice Restoration will be on site for any disaster within the hour. They have the expert support you can trust. Never the call you want to make, always the first choice you should take. First Choice Restoration. We'll be there when you need us.
Welcome to the Village Bistro. We're happy you're here. I wanted to share with you some of the things we have on our menu. One of my favorite things is our lemon ricotta pancakes, topped with blueberries and powdered sugar and butter, and oh my, they are so delicious. You gotta try our 4-cheese mac and cheese or burgers. Some say they're the best in town. We love to get to know each customer that comes in, and we want you to feel like family when you're with us.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
During the Les Schwab Founders Celebration Sale, save up to $150 instantly on select sets of 4 tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Hey Dad, look, this is the magma chamber where all the magma's piled up until...
Us. What happened to us? When did we get so connected to our devices?
She's not answering.
What? And so disconnected from each other.
79 cents.
Something's gone missing. Our relationships, our conversations, our common sense.
LT, we gotta fix this.
But just because something is missing doesn't mean it can't be found again. It's time for a reset, not just with our phones, but with each other.
Sorry.
Join us in taking the phones down for 5 challenge.
So we're using our phones to put down our phones?
Exactly.
So we just put them down? I guess so.
Let's take a break from our devices for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes.
Feels good.
And let's see what we find.
Hey, bud. Wow, that's good.
U.S. Cellular.
Depends on how much pressure there is.
Built for us.
Taco time got you feeling like a craving lunatic?
Can't explain your need for crispy, zesty? Can't remember my name until I get my hands on a Taco Time fish taco? You're not alone. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
Next ET, we're with Tom Cruise gearing up for Maverick's Oscar close-up.
I just can't believe this moment's here.
And kicking it with the Queens at the NAACP Image Awards. Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Cap KView.
Water damage comes from anywhere. With 24/7 emergency service, First Choice Restoration will be on site for any disaster within the hour. With the best restoration experts for water damage, you can trust us as your premier restoration partner. Never the call you want to make, always the first choice you should take. First Choice Restoration.
Awesome views at an awesome place. Cap KView Local News at 6, Tuesday. Now, Cap KView First Alert weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Monday morning. Hope you had a wonderful weekend and a nice morning so far. All right, pretty calm out there. We've got quite a bit of cloud coverage above us. Now, we do have those warmer conditions and they are going to be sticking around, but we do have light rain to snow to rain snow mix today, a little bit of everything, as it's taking the Yakima Valley and Kittitas areas a little while longer to warm up. So just a little cell trying to get into the Yakima region, but we have more snow and rain snow mix on the way. Well, let's just get to the futurecast, show you what I'm talking about. So as we get to our late morning hours, we do expect to see more snow than not for Ellensburg, Yakima. It looks like more rain snow mix to rain for the Mid-Columbia and the Blue Mountain region. And then we're just going to see, could be a heavy cell coming through in the afternoon for the Mid-Columbia. But again, that looks to be in the form of rain, but still maybe some scattered snow as we get into our overnight period into tomorrow morning. And then it will slowly start to fade away as we get into Tuesday night and into Wednesday morning. So much drier conditions are on the way, but it does look like occasional snow to rain snow mix to rain, just depending on where you're at. And again, cooler in the Yakima Valley, warmer in the Mid-Columbia and the Blue Mountain region, just to give you an idea of where to expect what you're going to be seeing today. So our temperatures, we are warmer. Look at these temperatures. Last week or last Friday at this time, we were in the mid to lower teens. 36 right now in Walla Walla, 32 in Prosser, but down to 18 in Ellensburg. So temperatures all over the place. So our temperature trend, we are warmer than we were at the end of last week, but still we are under what our average is for this time of year, which is 53 degrees. So it is warmer though, and it's definitely quite a contrast to what we saw Friday and Thursday. So enjoy these warmer temperatures, though we're just a little bit cooler than we should be. So our wind speeds right now, again, pretty light. 10 mile per hour in Walla Walla. Other than that, single digits, even nominal winds in the Tri-Cities. We're going to see some nominal winds today, but as we get to tomorrow and especially on Thursday, we're going to see winds starting to kick up, and that will help warm up the Yakima Valley area, Kittitas areas with those winds coming in from the southwest. So we're less than 2 weeks away from daylight savings time. We gain an hour of sunlight in the evening, but we lose an hour on the weekend. In 21 days, 3 weeks until we finally enter spring. Today, our highs are going to be in the mid to upper 30s to lower 40s. And again, cooler in the Yakima Valley and Kittitas areas, but we'll see those temperatures start to warm up as we move into the next couple of days. Mid 40s for the Mid-Columbia and the Blue Mountain region. So our 7-day forecast for the lovely Yakima region, we are going to be getting to 42 tomorrow, then 45 Wednesday, and even some upper 40s as we head into the weekend. Plenty of sunshine on the way. Overnight lows look to be in the 20s, but still a good chance of seeing some light snow today. In the Tri-Cities area, we could see some actually heavy rain as we get to the afternoon, but rain-snow mix to rain. And as we move into our weekend, look at that, 50 degrees on Thursday and Friday, and a little cooler for our weekend, but more sunshine on the way than not for this work week. Looks like today is the best chance, so do get ready for some late morning to early afternoon snow for the Kittitas and the Yakima Valley, rain-snow mix to rain for the Mid-Columbia and the Blues.
Now to the extreme weather overnight. Winds topping 100 miles per hour, slamming the southern plains. Widespread damage is reported, along with reported tornadoes. And now storms are moving into the Midwest. Heavy rain for Chicago's morning commute. Icy conditions farther north. And everywhere from the New York City suburbs to New England is bracing for significant snowfall tonight into tomorrow. But we begin with the destruction in the middle of the country. ABC's Andrea Fujii has the latest.
The powerful storms rolled across the plains in the middle of the night, with destructive winds from the Texas Panhandle to Kansas. People in Oklahoma City were urged to take immediate shelter after a confirmed tornado was on the move just outside the city. The winds ripping off roofs and throwing this RV against a house. In nearby Norman, Oklahoma, the damage is described as widespread.
All I heard was like rattling. The whole house was shaking. The door was going crazy. Our front window in our third bedroom busted through, and glass was just flying through the hallway, and it was kind of scary, yeah.
This is the same system that brought rain, wind, and snow to the West Coast, stranding drivers and closing down sections of major highways. More than 6 feet of snow fell in the higher elevations of Southern California. Hundreds of students from Orange County were stranded overnight at a camp in the San Bernardino Mountains. In Valencia, this embankment collapsed, sending motorhomes plunging into the river down below. Luckily, no one was hurt. As the storm moves east, forecasters are calling for more ice and snow in parts of Michigan, where thousands of customers were still without power 5 days after a storm blanketed parts of the state with ice. The storm is then expected to move into the northeast, with heavy rain today from the mid-Atlantic to New York City and snow to the north. 3 to 6 inches expected in Boston by Tuesday. Shrewsbury, Massachusetts, already blanketed with snow earlier, gearing up for more.
For cities along the I-95 corridor where several inches of snow is possible. California officials are closing Yosemite National Park for a few days because of severe weather. Park officials announced Saturday that the park will be closed through Wednesday, March 1st. The National Weather Service has also issued a blizzard warning for the Yosemite Valley until Wednesday as well. Officials say that travel on all park roads is restricted to administrative traffic only. That includes all campgrounds and hiking areas inside the park. Powerful thunderstorms and possibly tornadoes swept through parts of Kansas on Sunday. The storms raced through the city of Liberal in the southwestern part of the state and damaged about 10 mobile homes. At least one person was hurt from flying glass. The storms left about a dozen families homeless. The National Weather Service issued tornado warnings for parts of Oklahoma, Kansas, and the Texas Panhandle. Forecasters say the storms are packing winds of up to 90 miles per hour and producing mothball-sized hail. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, one police officer in Florida went above and beyond the call of duty to protect a neighborhood from a roaming gator.
We so amazing.
The stylish Chevy Equinox RS. And Chevy Blazer RS.
So captivating.
You don't have to be an influencer to be an influencer. The RS family of Chevy SUVs, definitely worth a follow. Get 2.99% financing for 5 years on all 2023 Equinox models, or get $1,000 cash allowance on all 2023 Equinox models. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $750 cash allowance.
Does your bath or shower need a remodel? Bathfitter can do it all. We'll remove your existing fiberglass tub or shower and replace it with a custom-crafted shower or soaker tub. All made in America at our state-of-the-art factory. We rebuild your walls with new drywall and install a custom-made tub or shower with seamless walls in as little as 1 day. All work is guaranteed and built to last. Call your locally owned Bathfitter store now to book your free in-home estimate or visit bathfitter.com.
Hey, are we gonna fit? There we go.
At American Family Insurance, we're here to carefully protect your dreams.
All right, open your eyes. Welcome home. All right, we'll see you later.
Save up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto insurance today. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
American Family Insurance.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I end up going to a dentist and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. This was a game changer. It's smaller than other night guards that I tried, which is a good thing because it doesn't make me gag. It could fit on the top or the bottom of the teeth. It's lightweight and super comfortable. Now the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to bruxnightguard.com and order yours today. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
Go to bruxnightguard.com and use the promo code to activate your special TV offer. That's bruxnightguard.com. Order today and take advantage of this special TV offer. Your teeth will thank you for it in the morning.
You can't do this alone. Not an investigation of this scope.
We're partners.
Her death is part of a pattern.
Another missing murdered Indigenous woman.
This is about a very broken system.
It's about corruption. The truth matters.
We know who killed Gloria.
Prove it.
This newscast sponsored by the Working Family Tax Credit.
Welcome back on this Monday morning, everyone. Time is 5:26, and we're keeping an eye on possible showers coming a little bit later in the morning, even to the early afternoon hours. We do expect some precipitation. Now, Yakima, Ellensburg, you're taking a little bit longer to warm up. We do expect to see snow in those areas by the late morning hours. In the Tri-Cities, Walla Walla regions, we do expect to see rain-snow mix to rain. A lot going on as we transition to warmer temperatures. And all of your forecast that's coming up later in the show.
Well, what does it take to capture an alligator? Not sure I want to know.
I would imagine a lot, Jill. Well, newly released body camera and aerial footage show how one Miami-Dade police officer wrangled a 6 to 7 foot reptile from a neighborhood. Goodness, after a few tries, Officer Manuel Orol lassoed a rope around the gator's front legs, tied it to his police cruiser, and kept it mostly in place until wildlife officers could arrive. Well done. He needs to get to the rodeo. Together, the officers put the gator into the back of a pickup, and a professional trapper relocated it away from populated areas.
The police officer said he was compelled to take action so a child or someone walking their dog would not be harmed.
It's an actual tow rope. It's a soft rope that I use in case I have to extract another officer from a scene. It's a soft rope. My concern was that the gator needed to be contained so that it wouldn't leave the area and possibly, like I said earlier, harm a child or someone walking their dog. They're saying, wow, I can't believe you did that. Good job. You're crazy.
This makes me happy to live in this part of the world.
Yes. When you live in Florida, there are certain dangers that you have to deal with. There's panthers also in Florida. So a lot going on, but that's what makes it so special and beautiful.
Yes.
All right, folks, your look at your first alert weather forecast. I'll get you ready for the upcoming week in my forecast coming right up.
And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, Russian President Vladimir Putin has condemned the U.S. for its actions to assist Ukraine, claiming America and its allies are attempting to destroy the Russian Federation. And the Supreme Court is preparing to hear arguments this week on President Biden's ambitious student loan forgiveness plan. We'll be right back.
In today's Tech Bites, Dish Network goes dark. The satellite provider is in the midst of a major outage, knocking out the company's websites, apps, and customer support since Thursday. Workers have reportedly been told to stand by for information from management. Motorola has come up with a Bluetooth device that enables two-way emergency texting when there's no cellular signal. The Motorola Defy satellite link can be used on almost any iPhone or Android device. It's a $99 keychain accessory that's also capable of location sharing and SOS assistance. Finally, the Pentagon says artificial intelligence has controlled a specially modified F-16 test aircraft during 17 hours of flight. The flights included simulated dogfights as well as takeoffs and landings. It was all research into the possibilities of autonomous flight. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
To all the Chevy Silverado owners out there, the adventurers and the doers, to everyone who works hard and plays hard. Whether it's your first Silverado or your 10th, Thank you for making Chevy Silverado the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup.
When cold symptoms keep you up, try Vicks NyQuil Severe. Just one dose starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to 9. For max strength nighttime relief, NyQuil Severe. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, sore throat, best sleep with a cold medicine.
Cats want taste. You want healthy ingredients. Let's talk Blue Tastefuls.
In the past, we've definitely made compromises.
We sent you Blue Tastefuls dry food.
She loved it. Healthy, nutritious, and delicious is always the right choice.
Pick up Blue Tastefuls in dry, wet, and singles.
Russian President Vladimir Putin makes bold claims about America's goal in its aid of Ukraine. And the Supreme Court is preparing to hear arguments on President Biden's ambitious student loan forgiveness program.
In warmer temperatures, greet us as we start our work week, but rain to snow is expected today. I'll get you prepared.
From Camp KVUE Local News, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Jill Sperling.
I'm Jason Valentine, in for Brianna Berman solo. Jill, did you get out and enjoy the warmer temperatures yesterday at all?
I got out a little bit yesterday, yes, but the wind was quite strong.
The wind was strong, but at least it didn't have that wind chill that we were dealing with last week.
Too.
And again, it's taking the Yakima Valley and the Kittitas areas a little bit longer to warm up, so we could see a little bit of snow today. My goodness, let's take a look outside. Legend Skycam Network, a pretty darn calm morning. We do have quite a bit of cloud coverage. Now, we don't see any precipitation yet, except for a little rogue cell that tried to get into Yakima. But folks, as we move along into our later morning to early afternoon hours, we do expect some snow, Ellensburg and Yakima areas, and we do expect to see rain-snow mixed to rain for the Mid-Columbia and the lovely Blue Mountain region. Now, as we move along in our week, Yakima and Kittitas are going to be catching up to the rest of our areas temperature-wise, but as you can see today, we're in the upper 30s, and again, snow should be light. We could see a little bit of heavy shower activity, though, as we get into the late afternoon, early evening hours for the Tri-Cities. Highs in the mid-40s, and over in Walla Walla, still some shower activity as well. Highs in the mid-40s as well. So as we move along in the week, we're going to slowly be warming up. These warmer temperatures are going to have some staying power, but we're kind of have a transitional day today. I'll get you more on that in my forecast coming up, but let's send it back to Jill.
The G20 meeting held over the weekend ended with all but 2 countries condemning Russia's unprovoked offensive on Ukraine. The holdouts, China and Russia, and U.S. officials have concerns about a potential link between those 2 superpowers. John Lawrence reports.
The Kremlin is accusing the West of trying to destroy Russia.
They have one goal: to break up the former Soviet Union in its main part, the Russian Federation.
During an interview with Russian state TV, Russian President Vladimir Putin said the goal of leading NATO countries is to, quote, inflict a strategic defeat on us so that our people suffer.
How can we, under these conditions, not take into account their nuclear potentials? They supply Ukraine with weapons worth tens of billions of dollars, because this is participation in the usual sense.
Speaking of participation, U.S. officials say they are confident China is considering sending lethal aid to Russia in its war against Ukraine.
Beijing will have to make its own decisions about how it proceeds, whether it provides military assistance. But if it goes down that road, it will come at real cost to China.
As the Russian invasion of Ukraine enters its second year, President Joe Biden's administration's stance on the issue is clear.
We're not going to stand by and allow one country to roll over another country and try to wipe it off the mat. And we're going to build and have built a coalition of more than 50 nations to resist that and help the Ukrainians defend their own territory.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
The possible cooperation between China and Russia isn't the only concern among U.S. officials. CIA Director William Burns says the alliance between Russia and Iran is moving at a pace that is, quote, disturbing. During an appearance on CBS Face the Nation Sunday, Burns said Iran's leaders have not decided whether to resume their weaponization program. The Justice Department says it has seized more than half $1 billion in assets from pro-Russian figures since the invasion of Ukraine. The list of assets seized includes yachts, properties, and other items, including $75 million in property recently taken from sanctioned Russian oligarch Viktor Vekselberg. A previous seizure included his $90 million luxury yacht. The DOJ task force behind the effort is called KleptoCapture, and it's made up of federal prosecutors, investigators, and analysts. Attorney General Merrick Garland says the task force is a way to support the people of Ukraine. We turn now to the latest on President Biden's ambitious student loan forgiveness plan that aims to lift millions of eligible borrowers out of student loan debt. The U.S. Supreme Court is set to hear oral arguments this week after the plan was paused due to 2 legal challenges. ABC's Faith Abube is in Washington with the latest.
After months in legal limbo, President Biden's sweeping student loan forgiveness plan faces a critical week at the nation's highest court. Lawyers backing 2 key legal efforts to block the plan set to argue their cases before the Supreme Court justices on Tuesday. 43 million eligible student loan borrowers anxiously waiting the court's decision.
Especially if you're low income, first generation, sometimes the debt that you will have to take on can affect you and your family for years to come.
The Biden student loan forgiveness plan cancels $10,000 in student loans for individuals earning less than $125,000 a year and $20,000 if they were also recipients of Pell Grants. An ambitious campaign promise the president is trying to fulfill using his executive authority under the pandemic emergency.
Our student loan program is designed to give just a little more breathing room.
But separate lawsuits filed by 2 borrowers and a group of Republican-led states argue the president's plan is an illegal abuse of power and is unfair to some borrowers.
People knew what they were doing when they signed it, and they should pay it off.
But the latest Quinnipiac poll shows a majority of Americans support the student loan forgiveness plan. Roughly 1 in 6 adults carry some debt. Collectively, according to the Federal Reserve, Americans owe more than $1.6 trillion in student loans, many hoping the justices will allow Biden's plan to move forward.
It's not everything, but it would certainly help a lot and relieve a lot of that burden.
Lower courts have sided with the states, but it's unclear how the justices will rule. Meantime, advocacy groups want the Biden administration to start considering backup plans in case it loses this case. Jason Valentine is here now with a look at your forecast.
We have a pretty darn calm morning so far, but we do have some snow to rain snow mix on the way. I'll get you ready for your Monday coming right up.
And a scary situation out in Scottsdale, Arizona after a teen driver crashed, causing her Tesla to catch fire.
Click-It RV Tri-City Superstore has gone mad with huge discounts on a huge selection of top brand RVs, which means the lowest prices, factory incentives, and rebates.
You guys gotta beat the spring rush and get in here now.
Shop online and find the floor plan you like, then build it, price it, and click it.
Or come to the Pasco Autoplex.
From travel trailers to fifth wheels, toy haulers to motorhomes, the huge indoor-outdoor RV show is here. Get a better RV and the lowest price guarantee.
Only at Click-It RV Tri-Cities or ClickItRV.com.
Be a winner like me and get the Click-It RV.
The concert you've been waiting for. Jen Blossoms.
Anywhere you go, I'll follow you.
Jen Blossoms. Live in concert. Friday, March 17th at Legends Casino Hotel. Buy your tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. Jen Blossoms.
Chevy Silverado factory lifted trucks. With the capability of a 2-inch lift, the versatility of the available multi-flex tailgate, and the connection of a 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Chevy Silverado, taking adventure to a whole new level.
Get 2.99% financing for 5 years on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $2,250 total cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $750 cash allowance.
American Idol, new Sundays on ABC.
Watch Sunday at 8 on ABC and Camp Keyview. Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health's Dermatology Center in Benton City.
Save big on a closeout truckload special exclusively at Fred's Appliance.
Fred's Appliance has a limited supply of Samsung front-load laundry sets on sale now for $649 each.
With this steam set, get rid of the toughest stains and enjoy wrinkle-free clothes.
This Samsung laundry set is only $649 each. Save $500 on this washer and dryer that you won't find at the box stores.
But hurry, these won't last long at Fred's Appliance President's Day sale.
Taco time got you feeling like a craving lunatic? Can't explain your need for crispy, zesty? Can't remember my name until I get my hands on a Taco Time fish taco? You're not alone. When you know what you want, anytime is taco time.
Click It RV Tri-City Superstore has gone mad with huge discounts on a huge selection of top brand RVs, which means the lowest prices, factory incentives, and rebates.
You guys gotta beat the spring rush and get in here now.
Shop online and find the floor plan you like, then build it, price it, and click it.
Or come to the Pasco Autoplex.
From travel trailers to fifth wheels, toy haulers to motorhomes, the huge indoor-outdoor RV show is here. Get a better RV and the lowest price guarantee.
Only at Click It RV Tri-Cities or clickitrv.com.
Be a winner like me and get to Click It RV.
This newscast sponsored by Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Welcome back. Police don't know why a Tesla slammed into a building in Scottsdale, Arizona, catching fire not once but twice. Witnesses say a teen was trying to park the car when it crashed. Ashley Paredes is following the investigation.
That is the sound of a Tesla catching fire.
It went up in flames in about 30 seconds.
Alexandra Topple sharing this cell phone video with us, telling us she saw the electric car crash into a building on Friday after the driver was trying to park near Scottsdale and Frank Lloyd Wright.
I got out of my car and I helped the mom take her daughter from the driver's seat, and she was bleeding quite a bit and everything, but we moved her from the car to the ground.
Getting the teen driver, who suffered some burns, away from the flames.
I was just so thankful I could be there in that moment. The mom didn't have her cell phone to call anybody or anything like that, so it was a really scary moment.
Not long after that scary moment ended, another one began nearby. The same Tesla bursting into flames a second time, this time on a tow truck. The car was then lowered to the street.
I seen it from a distance. I'm like, my heart dropped for him because I know it's definitely a scary situation to be in, especially in the middle of an intersection.
Robert Vidaka, who is also a tow truck driver, rushing over to help.
It started off as a little flame, so we were trying to put it out. I hopped off my tow truck, right here in my background, and I tried to help him out with my fire extinguisher and nothing. Within a couple of minutes, we noticed that the flames were just getting out of control.
Scottsdale Fire says electric car fires take longer to put out than traditional car fires. They also require multiple agencies and hazmat crews because of the potential hazards to the community. We're told several businesses were evacuated as a precaution, and the tow truck driver was taken to the hospital.
And he just looked like he was just completely covered in smoke, but he was walking around. He was fine. He was very appreciative of me stopping by and helping him out with the whole situation and everything.
The exact cause of both fires is still unclear. Coming up, a Washington woman is back in the States after traveling to Turkey to help provide aid. And we'll return with a look at your First Alert weather forecast. That's next.
Portion of CapKV sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
To start your 4-cheese mac and cheese, you want to put about a tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of butter in the pan. And then while that's heating up on a medium to medium high heat, we're going to add heavy cream. And you're just going to coat the bottom of the pan. It's about a cup to a cup and a half that we're using here. And we just want the cream to get heated through and the butter to melt before we add our cheese. We use mozzarella, it gives it that nice stringiness. Parmesan, which gives it a salty and nutty flavor. Cheddar, because cheddar, mac and cheese. And then I use a smoked Gouda, and that gives it its smoky, creamy flavor. You have about a 1/4 cup of each cheese in here. But you keep it moving because you don't want to burn your cream. Otherwise, you're going to have a sour milk tasting sauce, and that's not good. We're going to add our pasta. We're using macaroni noodles. This is 7 ounces by weight of cooked pasta. And you can see it's getting all incorporated. The cheeses are melting. Now we're going to turn the heat off. It's okay that everything's not completely melted and combined because this is going to go into the oven. Now we're going to put it into the pan. I'm using an oven-safe disposable pan, and it's perfect for takeout. Breadcrumbs. I'm just using a seasoned breadcrumbs. I like to top my mac and cheese with bacon. Now this is going to go into a 450-degree oven for about 6 minutes. And there's your 4-cheese mac and cheese.
Time for a new roof? Let M&M Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with a limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. And with the rain, snow, and wind comes roof damage. Don't wait till it's an emergency. get your free roof assessment today. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
We protect your house
We're doing it!
and your car.
We need to keep our energy up. I want to take me to Funky Town.
Because we know they're the launching pad to their dreams. And now you can save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
Us. This isn't us. Is it? When did we get so connected to our devices and so disconnected from each other? And when our phones have turned us into this? LT? What do you do when you're a company that sells them?
We gotta fix this.
It's time to find what we're missing. Join us in taking a break from our devices. Take the phones down for 5 challenge for 5 days, 5 hours, or even just 5 minutes. Feels good. And let's find us again. US Cellular. Built for us.
Now, Cap KVU First Alert weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Monday morning, everyone. We've had a wonderful weekend. Nice morning so far. Pretty calm morning so far throughout our areas on our Legend Skycam network. And folks, we do expect to see warmer temperatures today, and the warmth is going to be sticking with us, but it's just taking a little longer for the Yakima Valley, Kittitas County areas to warm up alongside the Mid-Columbia and the Blues. So we're going to be seeing everything from light rain to light snow today. So let's get to the radar. We had a little cell try to get through, but we have more on the way as we're looking at a kind of a system coming in from the southwest with a little bit of snow, a little bit of rain showers as we get to the late morning hours. Let's take a look at our futurecast. Here's what we can expect. So just before noon, we do expect to see snow heading into Yakima, Ellensburg. Again, it could be in the form of rain-snow mix, but it looks like more rain than not for the Tri-Cities, Pendleton, Walla Walla areas. And even a heavy cell could be coming in as we get to the later afternoon to early evening hours for the Mid-Columbia. But just pretty much light snow into the Ellensburg, Yakima area and possibly lasting into tomorrow morning. And then we're going to slowly start to see things steady out and get much more dry as we head into the rest of our work week. So looks like we're just kind of in that transition from being very cold to getting back to warmer temperatures, but we're going to be seeing some precipitation before then. So 28 right now for the Tri-Cities. Our hot spots, 34 for Walla Walla, 35 for Prosser, down to 17 for Ellensburg. So taking a little longer to warm up in some of our areas. Now our temperature trend, we are going to be below our average for this time of year, which is 53, but still as compared to what we saw last Friday, Thursday, we are much warmer and we're going to be staying right there, it looks like, at least for the next 7 days, if not beyond that. So that quick little cool down, just a reminder that we're still in winter, at least for the next 3 weeks. A little bit of wind going on in Walla Walla. Other than that, light winds. So we do expect winds to pick up as we head into tomorrow, but especially as we get into Thursday. And these southwest winds are going to continue to keep us warmer. So folks, a little bit of wind action for our work week ahead. So our countdown for spring, we got 13 days away. So 2 weeks from yesterday for daylight savings time. You get an extra hour of, well, sunlight in the evening, but we lose an hour on that weekend. St. Patrick's Day, 18 days away. Spring, 3 weeks away from today. So our highs today, mid to upper 30s for much of the Yakima, Kittitas County areas. Other than that, we're going to be in the mid to lower 40s. And again, we have that late morning rain snow mix to snow in the Yakima Valley, and again shower activity. It looks like light rain until looks like maybe a little bit heavier for the Tri-Cities later on in the afternoon. So as we move along in our week, we're going to be warming up for Yakima and much more sunshine than not after we get through tomorrow. Tri-Cities area, pretty similar conditions, more sunshine than not, back to the 50s on Thursday and Friday. So folks, we are warmer than we have been, but still Yakima Valley, Ellensburg areas, expect some snow in the late morning to early afternoon and some showers, possibly heavy at times for the Mid-Columbia and the Blue Mountain region as we head into our later afternoon hours. Jill.
A Wenatchee woman traveled to Turkey to help in the aftermath of the earthquakes impacting the area. She's now back in the States, sharing her experience and describing what ongoing relief efforts look like overseas. Brady Wakayama has the story.
I get to walk away from this, but their lives are in shambles, and it's going to take so much time to recover from that.
Jamie Smith reflecting on what she says was the most impactful trip of her life.
A lot of the buildings that were left standing were no longer safe to live in. So a lot of people were, living in tent cities that were popping up, or they're living around little, fires that they're building in between the rubble.
We spoke with Smith, a nurse who lives in Wenatchee, earlier this month. She, along with 3 other volunteers through the nonprofit organization Impact Northwest, made their way to Turkey to provide help. Just 2 days after the devastating earthquake rocked the country.
You have a whole generation now that has lost somebody, and there's just going to be that trauma that comes from that, and just that grief that comes from that. So your heart just really went out to everybody there, just knowing what they have ahead of them.
Over 10 days, she and her team drove more than 2,600 miles throughout Turkey, providing food, water, and blankets to countless families impacted.
So many people going through such a hard thing, and just to see their generosity and their kindness and how good they were to each other. It was just a great reminder of the humanity that is still out there.
Smith says she would be more than willing to go back to provide additional aid, and hopes others will consider doing anything they can to help as well.
I would just hope if we had something that happened here in the U.S. to that scale, that we would also be getting help from other nations, because it's too much for one country to deal with. And I think the more we're able to help each other, it makes it overall a better world.
When we come back, the Screen Actors Guild Awards took place last night. We'll have all the big winners from the 29th Screen Actors Guild Awards.
Imagine a knife taking this much abuse and didn't need sharpening. Introducing the incredible NutriBlade knives, coated with granite stone non-stick and made of stainless steel, one of the hardest substances on earth. Now everyone can chop, slice, and dice just like a pro. Order right now to get this professional 6-piece set of NutriBlades for just $29.95. We'll even ship them to you free. Get your own NutriBlade knives, the last knives you'll ever buy.
Tonight, once upon The Bachelor, everything was going well until one woman cast a spell.
Literally kissed the man before she went on her one-on-one.
I was not expecting that.
Wait, hold up. DQ put fries and onion rings in a chicken strip basket? Did you know this? Oh, of course you did. It's sitting right in front of you. Sorry. I mean, you got fries and onion rings together. Is this for real?
Hey, baby, wait.
Oh, yep. That just got really real. Grab a chicken strip and fry rings basket.
Okay, just one. Just one.
DQ, happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Cut your ties to the fuel pump with an all-electric vehicle from Overturf Kia. You'll find a great selection of new vehicles in stock now. A 2023 all-electric Kia EV6 Wind with all-wheel drive starts at just $54,135. Plus, get interest rates as low as 4.49%. Take delivery today or reserve a car that is on its way. Shop online anytime at overturfkia.com. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
When great food meets delivery, people just smile. Taste and See Deli in Yakima offers delicious catering that's home-cooked like family. And whether you need a dozen box lunches or 100 breakfast burritos, we've got you covered. Give us a call or stop by. Taste and See Deli.
Honey, are you throwing the throw pillows?
Relaxing to watch TV can be hard.
Remember how they stack.
Okay. Actually, watching TV?
HBO app.
It's easy with Dish.
Honey? Are you on the boudoir cushion?
What's a boudoir cushion?
Live TV and streaming apps together with Dish. Tuned in to you.
You can't do this alone. Not an investigation of this scope.
We're partners.
Her death is part of a pattern.
Now
another missing, murdered Indigenous woman.
This is about a very broken system. It's about corruption. The truth matters. We know who killed Gloria.
Prove it.
E.T., followed by Extra, tonight at 7 on Cap KView.
Yes, let's head closer to home. Again, good Monday morning, everyone. Welcome to the work week. So as we move along in our morning hours, it's going to take a little bit longer for the lovely Kittitas area to warm up. It's going to take till about Wednesday. So we do expect some late morning to early afternoon snow, and then some just pockets of snow as we get into the evening hours. Also the case for the Yakima Valley area, though that should transition into rain-snow mix as we get to the afternoon. Over in the mid-Columbia, we do expect some rain-snow mix to rain. Could be heavy at times in the later afternoon, early evening hours. And over in the Blue Mountain region, again, warmer, mid-40s. We do expect to warm up a bit as we head towards our weekend, and drier conditions are on the way. Well, Jill, Oscar Sunday is now less than 2 weeks away, and if you're looking for a front runner, look to the only film featuring hot dog fingers. If you know, you know, and I guess if you don't, you don't.
Well, if you don't, we're talking about Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. It was the big winner at last night's Screen Actors Guild Awards. Here's ABC's George Panacchio with more.
Look at us now, huh?
94-year-old veteran actor James Hong celebrated the outstanding ensemble win with his castmates for Everything Everywhere All at Once at the 29th SAG Awards. The film won 4 awards at the Sunday ceremony. It also won the top prize at Saturday's Producers Guild Awards. SAG honors also went to Michelle Yeoh, who won Female Actor in a Leading Role.
I think if I speak, my heart will explode.
And Yeoh's co-stars, veteran actress Jamie Lee Curtis and Ke Huy Quan, also won for their supporting roles. He is the first Asian actor to win the award in this category.
This moment no longer belongs to just me. It also belongs to everyone who has asked for change.
Brendan Fraser took home the Male Actor in a Leading Role prize for the drama The Whale. His emotional speech also spoke to dreamers everywhere.
Believe me, if you just stay in there and you put one foot in front of the other, you'll get to where you need to go. Have courage.
On the TV side, The White Lotus won The Actor for Ensemble in a Drama Series. ABC's Abbott Elementary took the actor for Outstanding Ensemble in a Comedy Series. And one of the evening's most emotional moments came from a tribute to the Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Sally Field.
I've worked my whole life. I've ridden the highs and tried to learn from the lows. And in all of these almost 60 years, there is not a day that I don't feel quietly thrilled to call myself an actor.
There's one more big stop on this year's award circuit, the Oscars, Sunday, March 12th, here on ABC. In Los Angeles, George Panacchio for ABC News.
I really have to start watching more movies. Those look fantastic.
Quite a few of them are streaming already. So.
Excellent.
And Michelle Yeoh, the Best Actress winner, she has always been fantastic.
She is fantastic.
And so glad to see her getting some accolades. And Brendan Fraser always looks like he's on the verge of a breakdown when he's giving his speeches. He's just so, he's been up and down, and now he's back up again, and he knows how much sweeter this is.
And it's great to see it.
Absolutely.